Almost 15 years after the original, a lot of excitement for that movie, and we do have a look at that, plus all the best bets for the box office for the coming year.
Very exciting stuff. Good morning, America. Very happy New Year to each and every one of you. We are actually on tape this morning, so we're not here. We're spending time with our families and hope you are doing the same this morning as well. Coming up, let 2016 be your year to travel.
Amen.
Yes, amen. We're going to help you plan the ultimate getaway with a look at the top spots to visit. And now a look at the biggest legal stories of the past year. And it was a very dramatic one, with cases of national significance gripping the country and stunning twists in the cases the whole world was watching. ABC's Dan Abrams has been keeping track of it all.
2015 brought us some major Supreme Court decisions, like the landmark but divided ruling that same-sex marriage must now be permitted in all 50 states. And the Supreme Court in another country, Italy, also finally resolved the case of Amanda Knox, convicted of murder in 2007 for the slaying of roommate Meredith Kircher, overturned and reconvicted 3 times, until Italy's highest court finally determined once and for all to throw out the convictions.
I'm so grateful to have my life back.
One high-profile story that wasn't resolved this year, Bill Cosby, now accused by more than 50 women of drugging and or sexually assaulting them, dating back to the mid-1960s.
I have been sorry for 38 years, and now it's time for him to be sorry.
Mr. Cosby, how do you respond to the charges?
And just this week, Cosby charged criminally with sexual assault, stemming from the Andrea Constand case.
We are here to announce today charges that have just been filed against William Henry Cosby.
Constand, a former Temple University employee, alleged the comedian drugged and assaulted her 12 years ago.
Mr. Cosby is charged with aggravated indecent assault. This is a felony of the first degree.
Through his attorneys, Cosby's repeatedly denied all allegations. At least 5 civil lawsuits will also likely work their way through the courts in 2016, including a countersuit filed by Cosby against 7 accusers for what his lawyers called malicious, opportunistic, and false and defamatory accusations of sexual misconduct against him. Meanwhile, in South Africa, an appeals court upped the ante for Oscar Pistorius, the Blade Runner, changing his manslaughter conviction for shooting and killing his then-girlfriend Reva Steenkamp to murder, which could mean more prison time for Pistorius. 2015 was also the year of the police video, and oftentimes that meant officers on trial, either in a court of law or at least the court of public opinion. There was Officer Jason Van Dyke, charged with first-degree murder in Chicago for shooting and killing 17-year-old Laquan McDonald. Dashcam video was released over a year later, spurring the DOJ to investigate. And in Baltimore, 6 officers were charged after Freddie Gray died in the back of a police van when they allegedly failed to strap him in or heed his request for help.
The findings of our comprehensive, thorough, and independent investigation that Mr. Gray's death was a homicide.
Hands up!
All of the officers have pled not guilty, and these and other cases have the potential to set precedent for law enforcement throughout the country, and will definitely be trials to watch in 2016.
And Dan Abrams is here with us now to look ahead at the big legal stories of 2016. And let's begin in Baltimore, where 5 more police officers still have to face trial.
Yeah, the key here is that you may see prosecutors trying to get these officers to turn. Basically, even if they don't agree to turn, to effectively testify against the fellow officers. Because remember, the heart of this case and why this case is different than some of the other police cases we've seen is that here you don't have an officer shooting somebody else. You've got officers accused, at least the majority of them, of doing nothing to help, of knowing that there was a problem, of helping to create the problem, and then doing nothing. That makes this a little bit different, and you've got a lot of the officers saying, wait a sec, why are you blaming me? Very important case.
And then Robert Durst, he's expected to go on trial later this year for the murder of his friend, Susan Berman, dating back to 2000. He was acquitted of killing a Texas man back in 2003, even though he admitted to shooting and dismembering him. I mean, it's going to be a showstopper.
Anyone who saw The Jinx, the HBO show, is going to be saying, this is a slam dunk. Of course Robert Durst is going to get convicted.
He killed them all.
Well, exactly. He almost basically confesses to it. Yeah, they've got a strong case against Robert Durst, yeah, they've got a pretty good shot of getting a conviction. But this is an old case. It's not easy to prosecute a case this old. They have more evidence than they've ever had before. They've got a better shot than they've ever had before. But this defense team does have stuff to work with here.
All right. Also, be looking at Oscar Pistorius as well in 2016.
Yeah, because now it's a murder conviction, so new sentencing coming up.
A lot of cases we know you'll be watching. We can't wait to hear from you.
All right.